What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to be matchmaking the entire welterweight division. Okay, starting off with the championship matchup, we have the current welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev, two-time world champion in 155 and 170, going up against, in my opinion, Garry. Okay, I actually think it's a travesty if any other fight gets made. I understand if a Michael Morales fight gets made. Am I a fan of it? No. Okay, I think that Garry has absolutely every right to deserve this fight, and he has earned this fight. He beat Bilal. He beat Prates, guys. He beat Prates. Look what Prates did. I mean, I guess Leon's not that good of a win, but listen, Garry should be next up for the belt. I'm definitely going to be pretty sad. It's not like a Gene Silva situation where if Gene Silva actually gets a shot at the belt, I'm going to stop watching the sport. But it's not like that. But I would prefer that Garry gets the next shot. I think that makes the most sense, you know what I mean, in my opinion, kind of going forward for the division, because he's already beat JDM and Gary's won his last fight. I think he deserves the next shot at the belt. All right, the next fight we got to talk about is Carlos Prates versus JDM. I'm overall a fan of this matchup. I would have liked to have seen, JDM against Michael Morales a little bit more. I think that would have been a more interesting fight, especially on the feet. Maybe you would have seen Morales' wrestling a little bit more, so that could have shaken some things up. But I think this is actually an easier matchup for JDM than Morales would be. I think Morales' wrestling could have given JDM some problems, even though I don't even know if I necessarily agree with that. I just think the reason why JDM had such wrestling problems in the Islam fight is because of how good Islam is, and he's just at a different level. But I think this fight could be pretty interesting. Obviously, you're going to have that chance of Carlos Prates being able to knock out JDM. It just takes one shot. But I think if Garry could do what Garry did to Carlos Prates, I mean, honestly, that fifth round, he almost got finished. I'm going to go JDM. I still believe in JDM, okay? And I think that he can become champion one day, maybe whenever Islam moves up to 185. That's kind of a joke, kind of not, because Toporia's coming up to 170. Like, could you imagine Topuria JDM fight? That'd be super fun. All right, whatever, guys. On to the next fight. We got Michael Morales versus Kamaru Usman. I think this is the fight to make. So if you're going to give Garry the title shot, which is the right thing to do, it's not a lot of other fighters for Michael Morales to fight. I think he should fight down. He is a young contender, and it's not like this is taking a lot of time off his career. And Usman needs to take another fight. This is the number one contenders fight. I'm okay with whoever, unless Carlos Prates knocks out JDM, which I really don't see happening. I'm okay with this being the true number one contenders fight. Okay, Usman, I think after his Buckley performance, does deserve this shot. I can't believe I'm saying that because I think he does deserve to fight the number 3 contender, Michael Morales. I think this would be an interesting fight. I would take Morales. I mean, look what Morales just did to Sean Brady as the wrestler. But I don't know, man. Usman was a 5-time defending champ. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He is 1-3 in his last 4, so that is a problem. But I'd probably go with Morales, but I definitely would not count out Usman. Okay, going off, absolutely love this fight. Bilal versus Gabriel Bonfim. I don't know necessarily why this is in the Apex, but it's a great fight for the Apex, man. The number 4 versus number 10 guy. I mean, hey, if we can get that kind of fight in the Apex all the time, I'm all for it, man. This is going to be a great fight. I honestly, going to be honest with you guys, I haven't actually seen Gabriel Bonfim fight. Let me take a look at his record. I mean, I have heard about him. I know he's like 20-1 or whatever. I know he is a beast. He beat Randy Brown his last fight. He headlined that fight night. I did watch that. Did he knock him out? I thought he knocked him out. He did knock him out. And he beat... Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with Bilal here. I think his wrestling would probably just be a little bit too much. You know what I mean? And I think that would be a tough matchup for Gabriel Bonfim. But I'm going to go with Bilal here by the grappling. On to the next fight, we have Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. I don't necessarily know why Joaquin Buckley is getting the shot. Sean Brady is still the number 6. Like, I think I would have liked to see Joaquin fight down, maybe fight a Euros Medic or something like that, or maybe an MVP, especially after just kind of getting dog walked by Usman. I don't know why he's getting this fight, but for Sean Brady, this is a winnable fight. I'm probably going to take Sean Brady in this matchup. I think it is on a pay-per-view. Is it on the Yuri card? Or I know, I think it's on the card after. I think it's on the Hamzat Strickland card. So that should be a really fun fight. This is a big fight for the division. If Joaquin Buckley wins this, he's right back into the thick of things. Probably going to be fighting the winner or the loser of a fight like this. You know what I mean? I don't even know if Prates would get that fight. But yeah, it's like this is a big fight. This is interesting. On to the next fight. I think it's time to retire Leon, guys. He's at the point in his career where he got knocked out. He got knocked out by Prates. Like, he had a good game plan, I guess, going in. He got knocked out by Prates. And then he just got mogged by Sean Brady. And then, obviously, Bilal did what Bilal did to him. Listen, Uros Medic is going to knock Leon Edwards out. I'm sorry. But to see what Uros Medic did to Geoff Neal, so far, knockout of the year. And it also is like... He's at the point where you kind of got to build the back off other stars, and Uros Medic could be a star. He speaks well. He's got a fun personality on the mic that I saw for UFC Houston. And I'd like to see Leon step in the cage with him. And he's still a defending champion, man, you know. So it's like, I would like to see Leon get another win, but I think he's at the point where he's really got to fight the next guy up, and this is the next guy up. So this wouldn't be an easy matchup for him. I'm going to take Uros Medic by knockout, but I could definitely see Leon Edwards putting up a crafty decision and getting at least one more win back in the column. All right, now we got Gilbert Burns versus Mike Malott. This does not deserve to be a fight night main event. Okay, this should be a co-main, and I would be okay with it. Maybe, yeah, I'm okay with this being a co-main, but a main event, guys, come on, man. Come on, like this could be a banger main event. This could be fun. An Apex main event. Let me be clear. An Apex main event. This could be a fight. This could be like an Ecuador. I think that's where Michael Morales is from. Or maybe you do UFC Africa for a fight night and have this be the main event. Oh my gosh, would that not be hype? Okay, it's like we just don't make hype enough fights, guys. This does not deserve to be the main event of a fight night. I think everyone can agree. That we're not staying up, really hyped up for Gilbert Burns in the Big 2-6. I hope he wins. I hope he shows levels. I hope he beats Mike Malott. I don't really even know what to think of this matchup. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to take Gilbert Burns just because Mike Malott's whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, this is the same guy that lost to Neil Magny like maybe a year and a half ago from gassing out in the third. So putting him in a 5-round fight against Gilbert Dorino Burns, I'm going to take him. But, you know, I'll probably watch some more tape on this once we get closer to the fight. It's an interesting fight, but I don't know why this is a main event. On to the next fight, we have MVP versus the loser of Bilal versus Bonfim. MVP is coming off the worst performance in UFC history, coming off of a win. You know, he did not look good. The thing is, you have to have a guy that's going to bring the fight. And from what I know from Gabriel Bonfim, like he's a knockout artist. And from what I know from Bilal, they're going to bring the fight. Okay, I hope Bilal actually wins this fight, because if Bilal doesn't, Bilal's on a 3-fight losing streak, and Bilal's going to be in the 8-10 range. And MVP would probably speed mog him. But anyways, I think MVP does need a shot up in the rankings. He needs someone who's going to bring the fight to him. Maybe you move him back up to 185. I don't know. He just needs a good fight. And Sam Patterson was not that. It was a complete waste of a fight, waste of MVP's time, waste of Sam Patterson's time. It's just like you have to give a guy that's going to bring the fight, and you also need him to get a step up in the rankings. So give him – I'm okay with even giving him Leon. That, again, would be a terrible fight, but, like, because Leon's not going to bring it. Maybe a Uros Medic, shoot. Yeah, Uros Medic first MVP, man. I don't know who wins that. I would probably take MVP. I would – like, is that crazy to say that I would take MVP over the majority of guys in this division? Like, okay, this is a good thought. This is a good thought experiment. I would take MVP. I would take Islam. That's so interesting. Would I take JDM or MVP? I don't know. I would have to see his offensive wrestling. Because it's like, guys, it's not like... It's tough to say, because I think a lot of people, like, I was watching Money Manziel Oh, MVP's not one of the best strikers in the UFC. I agree with you. He's not one of the best strikers, but he's best. He's the best at point fighting in the UFC. So you're not going to be able to beat him on the feet. What you can do is you can grapple him. You can get him in the clinch. You have to close the distance, which is something that's really hard. I don't know if JDM can close the distance, and I don't know if he can out-grapple MVP. Morales, I would take Morales. Hold on. Let me go to my rankings. Let's go to my rankings of the welterweight division. I'd take Shafkat. I'd take Morales. I'd take Sean Brady. I'd take Usman. And I'd take Bilal. So I'd probably have MVP 9. JDM would probably be the worst. That would be JDM's worst matchup. I'm going to be honest. I don't know who to win that fight. But he's not going to get that fight after how boring his last performance is. So we don't have to worry about that fight matchup. But he does have to worry about a Bilal versus Gabriel Bonfim matchup coming up. Okay, coming up, banger. Conor the Mac McGregor versus Colby, I don't know your nickname, Covington. Okay. It's a banger fight. This is a banger fight. I made a card about this if you want to see my predictions on International Fight Week about what I would have on that card. I would actually have this as the headline and this as the co-main in a dream world. You have the two Irishmen talking crap with no one being on Ian Garry's side. And then you would also have this as the main event. You get Colby back in the UFC. Colby needs to fight. I don't know why he's not stripped of his ranking yet, but since he's not, that just makes sense. So I like to see Conor versus Colby at 170, maybe 185. All right. Next fight, we have Daniel Rodriguez versus the Mexican judicial system. I don't know if this is accurate. I could totally be wrong here, but I've just been hearing rumors that D-Rod is in some Mexican prison. I hope the best for him. I hope he's doing all right. But I don't know who he's fighting next. You know what I mean? I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with him. Like I said, I hope all's best. But maybe if he is able to come back and everything's completely normal, I would match him up against Joel Alvarez. I think it's Joel's turn to get a shot into the rankings. And D-Rod, you've taken too much time to not take a step down in comp. After your win, I'd say why not give you a guy like Gilbert Burns or something like that. Let's get D-Rod a final push, you know what I mean? But after taking so much time off, which for reasons I don't know, him versus Joel Alvarez, get Joel in the rankings, kind of the last big D-Rod fight. But, never know. I don't know. D-Rod beat Kevin Holland, so anything can happen. But anyways, guys, this is my video matchmaking the entire welterweight division. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment of what you think. Do you think that Michael Morales should be getting the next title shot? If so, I think you are delusional. And I actually would like to see Ian the Cuck Garry getting that next shot at the belt. Anyways, guys, hope you liked and enjoyed. See you guys later.